Oh, we are live. All right. Hi, Kandee. This is Stephanie Wallen in the Essentially Real doTERRA Love Facebook group, and we are going live in our event. Is your makeup toxic or non-toxic makeup you can trust? Whichever one we want to talk about. So glad you're joining us. I've got a special guest this evening, and her name is Kandee Feist, and we actually met, I think, a couple months ago. We also now belong to a networking group in Albert Lea, Minnesota, and we got to chatting about our mutual fascination with all things non-toxic. We were talking about, I think, wasn't I the speaker or that?
I believe so. Yep.
And I talked about, I think, cleaning or something like that. So, so we got to talking, and I said I knew that her company, Crunchi, has non-toxic makeup, and that's one thing that that I get asked all the time. doTERRA has a wonderful skincare line. We've got the non-toxic cleaning, and we can replace our medicine cabinet with non-toxic alternatives. But makeup, what do I do?
And there's not many options out there. There really isn't.
No, there's not. And not only is there not that many options, but there's not that many options that actually work.
Correct.
You want them to actually work. So,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, so Kandee, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're so passionate about wearing non-toxic makeup? Just a little bit of your story.
All right. Well, my mom, it started with my mom. Okay. She had breast cancer when she was, I think, 52 now. So it was about 8 years ago. And me and my sister started realizing that a lot of what we put on our bodies affect our hormones. And my mom's cancer is an estrogen-driven cancer. So any extra estrogen in our bodies, we are more likely to get it. And then my mom had her second bout with cancer. So she's had 2 bouts now. She's been through chemo. She's been through it all, double mastectomy. It's been a rough road for her. So when they did our genetic makeup, they realized that we have a fairly high risk of cancer also. So me and my sister started to make changes. We started to research makeup. We started to realize that all your shower gels, everything you put on your body can affect your estrogen levels for male and female. So it's just not us that's affected. It's everyone around you. And then my sister had a friend who had heard of Crunchi. They were just baby stages because at this time they're only 3 years old. So as of today, they're 3 years old. And she tried the products and she loved it. And she's like, you got to do this. So we both decided we're in. And we thought, well, we'll do it together because, 2 is better. You get the support with each other. So then we started that. And I've been doing Crunchi for about a year now. May was my year anniversary. So
that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about Crunchi. Tell us what makes them so different and why you fell in love with them.
I fell in love with them because honesty, integrity, very open. If they're very open with all their ingredients, they're very trustworthy. Everything they've said they're going to do, they do. So, and they're very concerned with, what's my word I'm looking for? The quality. It's quality or nothing. And they stick to that, and they've done that. My other passion about them is they're very environmentally conscious. So all of our foundations and everything are in glass. They did have plastic when I first started for shadows and concealers and such, and now they've switched to cardboard. So everything's in a cardboard container now. Lip glosses are now glass. So they're very, very eco-friendly. And they keep raising the bar on that. And plus, it feels amazing. I'm just in love with it. It's changed my life in ways. I've met so many great people. I keep meeting amazing people. I've never been in such a sisterhood before, because sometimes, you know, it can be a little tough with a bunch of women in a room, but with them, they're all there to support you. They've got your back. It's really been changed my life.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it sounds really similar to how I felt when I discovered doTERRA. So, and I'm sure the people who are listening here can probably relate also. Yep. So, what is your favorite product that you use, or what? Give us some good details on something that you want to tell us about tonight.
You know, let's see. I will have to say my number one favorite product is bronzer.
Okay.
I'm not a huge makeup person. I'm here with Crunchi, but I'm not the biggest makeup person. I'm a 5-minute, get it done, let's go out the door.
Oh yeah.
So bronzer is a big one for me because it gives me that little bit of color, and I'm not a tanner. I don't tan well, so that's the other thing it helps with. So it gives you a little bit of glow. And this is my container. And actually you just use a little tiny bit. It's lasted me a year now. It has lasted a long, long time. So that's also another benefit, is your products last longer because you're using less, because you don't need as much to make it work. Mm-hmm. Second it's hard to believe, but it'd probably be foundation. This little guy makes your skin breathable. You don't feel like you're wearing like a coat and heavy. Your skin can breathe. It moisturizes, and it actually leaves your skin better than when you put it on. So that's my second.
And you gave me a sample of that that first night, and oh my, I am not a foundation person. I normally, would just wear some, maybe a powder, a mineral type, but it was beautiful, and it smelled so refreshing. It didn't smell chemically. So
no, not at all. And a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah.
So like one pump, which you can kind of see, that will do your whole face.
Oh, wow.
Full coverage. So you get a lot of coverage. In a couple spots on me, I get a little red in my cheeks. So actually a lot of red. So if you want, you can just kind of go there, you could do a couple extra dots, and you get even more coverage. So it's totally buildable also, but you're still not going to get that super heaviness that you feel.
Oh, that's great. And I know that you gave me another sample, and I'm actually wearing that right now. I wear it a lot, not just on camera. It's the no filter powder is
no filter. You are right.
Yep, and that's just for shine, pretty much. And
they kind of nickname it the selfie powder because it takes away all that glow, any shine, anything like that. The other amazing thing is, it doesn't take very much. As you said,
oh no,
I gave you a couple scoops and it lasted you the whole week and a half.
Oh, I still have some. It's great. Yeah, I'm still
using. And then it also doubles as a dry shampoo. So you can use it as a dry shampoo, totally safe. Darker hair, you may get a little bit of, but not bad at all. And it rubs right out. So you might get that little bit of white, but absorbs. It's wonderful.
Wow. So tell me about the third one. I know we had talked earlier before we were doing the webinar, and I want you to talk about sunscreen, because we did not have a sunscreen.
This is a really big deal.
Yes.
There's not, there's not a lot of safe sunscreens out there. There are some very safe sunscreens, but they can leave that white tint. So it's not your everyday sunscreen. It's the I'm going to go to the beach type of sunscreen. But this one will, once you put it on, it's just gone. You'll get a little bit of white when you first put it on, but then it's gone. It absorbs. Super, super moisturizing. It leaves a great layer of moisture on your skin. And then it's totally reef safe. And it is a physical barrier, not a chemical barrier sunscreen, which is really, really important.
Okay. So I don't know a lot about sunscreen, but is there an SPF with it?
This one is SPF 30, and it is UVA and UVB. So it's both. It's a broad spectrum. So it does have both for the coverage. Wow, that's excellent. And I think I did ask you, it has the non-nano particle thing. So. Yep, non-nano. So that's important. Also, is what you want. Yeah. Sunscreens. Excellent. Well, I know you gave me a sample the last time I saw you, and I haven't gone outside. Okay, what's with the weather? I haven't even had a chance to go outside and try it yet. It has been pretty hot. It's pretty steamy. Hot, but nobody wants to go out in it. And then when you can go out, it's raining. So what do you do? What do you do? This is a game changer. You wear this every day. And it is important if you're going in or out that you wear sunscreen. Even in your car, those rays are still going to get you even in your car. So it is a big deal. Yeah, I know. I gave you crap last time. You did. Okay. Got it. I won't give it to you again. Okay. So I want to buy some. How do I go about buying some Crunchi? You can do it through our website. Crunchi is a direct sale. So we have everything online. We do not keep stock of our products because of the ingredients. There's the heavy preservatives, everything. They're not in there. So we want you to get the best quality product and a very fresh product. So we do everything through our website. Super easy. Also on our website, we do have a list of, it's called Blacklisted. Their ingredients, and they have them listed A, B, C, D, all the ingredients that we will not use. Oh, that's excellent. And they if you're ever questioning, it's a good reference because they'll have an ingredient. They obviously don't have all of them they don't use, but they have a good amount, and they give kind of a brief description of what it is, why they don't use it. And I think we talked a little bit also about the EWG, which is the Environmental Working Group. They have a database. It's called Skin Deep, and you can look on. I actually searched Crunchi on the EWG Skin Deep database, and it came up amazing. I mean, compared to some of the other natural non-toxic. Most everything is zeros or ones. Yes. I do think our bronzer is rated a 3, but that's still for bronzers very low and still within that safe. But most everything else is a 0 or a 1. I know. I was really, really impressed when I saw that. So if I go to crunchy.com/Kandee Feist, I can look through a virtual catalog and kind of look to see what you've got. And then I'll be paying retail. Yes, correct. Okay. That one is retail. Okay. And we do have a $7 flat shipping. So if you order $100 at $7, but if you order $150, then it's free shipping. Oh, okay. Over $150. Okay. Yep. So then what if I wanted to buy Crunchi wholesale? How do I do that? They do have a couple kits, and you can, the lowest kit is Sunlight, Daylight and Nightlight, and it's a little kit, and you would get 20% off after that. So wholesale is 20% off. 20% wholesale. Okay. Excellent. And then, so I'm really interested, but, maybe I'd like to sample something first. How do I do that? I think it's probably you've heard me, it's a broken record. I am all about samples. I really feel like you should try it before you buy it. I know you'll love it, but I still think that takes a lot of the, you know what you're getting, you know what to expect, that part. But I love to send out samples. So if you do want a sample, you can contact me, text me, name, address, and say, hey, I'm interested in this product. I'd really like the sunscreen. Foundation, just give me a rough idea of your skin tone and I'll send out a couple samples so you can try a couple different ones and see how they match up. But I'm all about samples all the time.
Awesome. And make sure if you are, if you're ordering or requesting a sample from Kandee, that you let her know how you got connected that through this webinar.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we're checking on that so that we know if people in the essentially real group like this and want to do more of this, and I'd like to know too how much interest this is generating for Kandee too.
I love feedback, and so does Crunchi. So we honestly, anything our clients tell us, we feed back to them and we let them know, because you can always raise the bar, improve. So we're big about that.
Excellent. And also, Kandee has a Facebook group that she said that we are she's more than happy to have us in her group if we are interested in learning more about Crunchi or non-toxic makeup.
And I'm still learning. Like I said, I've been really good about eliminating chemicals for about a year now. So Harmony is about balance, because I try and, with a busy life and kids and family and dogs, and you're all kind of, so I'm all about balance. So in Harmony, I try and just bring little tidbits, everyday tidbits in to kind of just help with everyday life. We'll have some Crunchi stuff in there too, but it's more just kind of tips and tricks you learn along the way.
Yeah. And I've been in there for about a month or more. And yeah, you've shared some amazing things. I was like, oh, I need to steal that. That's really good.
And that's partly why I love this, because I learn things from you too. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So I just love the context you get from being in Crunchi or all these groups. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I guess a little plug for our network group. If it doesn't matter what network group you're in. I think networking is just a fancy way of saying meeting new people.
Yep.
And I love to do that. So, and I think next week we're going to reverse roles.
Yes.
And you get to interview me. So I'm excited about that too.
Yeah. We'll get to have some fun.
I was looking to see if we had anybody on, and I know I've noticed that when I use this StreamYard and doing a Facebook Live, Facebook doesn't show this like they do a regular Facebook Live. So I don't see any comments from anybody. So I was hoping that if there were people watching, if they had questions, they could ask. However, you can still ask. You can still do comments on this webinar once it's done. It's going to be in our group all the time. You can rewatch it. And Kandee is actually a member of the group also. So if you tag her in it and with a question, I'm sure will answer you within a day anyway. So
I think I could. Yeah.
Okay.
I try and get back right away.
You bet. Well, I know you work full time, so I mean, if you're in the middle of work, you're not going to see it. But when you see it, I'm sure you'll be able to answer. Well, it's just about 30 minutes, so I guess this is really all I wanted to do, is just to introduce you and introduce everybody to Crunchi. And I really appreciate you coming on and telling us a little bit about it, telling us a little bit about your story. And excited that we're on this journey together here.
I know. Like I said, I'm so excited. It's an amazing thing. You guys will love it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. So, okay, well, thanks, Kandee. We're gonna end the broadcast, and like I said, if you have questions for Kandee, just tag her in the comments in this post, and she will she'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Kandee. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.